Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. I hope you're having a great day. We have a lot to unpack. FTX and GameStop are partnering up, doing all kinds of things. So introducing new e-commerce ideas and working on those opportunities. Introducing FTX gift cards at certain GameStop locations. So I'm expecting this to be another, news outlet for a little while. Like I'm expecting more to come out of this partnership. People might be scratching their head going, why? Here's why. GameStop will button up its NFT marketplace, get more advertising marketing for its NFT marketplace through this partnership with FTX. That's almost a guarantee. The next one is on the FTX side. Great move. Think about Apple and how Apple marketed to schools and really was marketing to young kids. Why? Because that's going to be the burgeoning environment. And how did it pay off? Here's everybody else lining up for freaking Apple iPhones, paying too much money for a phone that wasn't really upgraded. Anyway, we'll talk about that some other time. It's stock stuff. But think about what GameStop is doing. What FTX is doing. They're reaching out to a bunch of people that might not be in the crypto space, hence introducing them over the long haul to new investors. Smart moves on both sides, and I think it's going to be probably something that's going to pay off continuously at the very least, the near future. But I think it'll at least go midterm, right? Here's something else I'm thinking about. NBA getting deeper into Web3. How? Partnering with Sorare to create the first NBA fantasy league. Yeah, that's a big Web3 move. Big. So first they have NBA Top Shots. They used Flow, which shocked me. I would have thought they would have gone with, Polygon. But okay, they used Flow. Flow is not bad. I'm thinking that the NFL is probably up next, right? Because fantasy? Really? So I'm thinking the NFL is probably looking to get deep into Web3. I'm just wondering what platform they're going to use. Would it be Polygon? Would it be Flow? Given Flow's flair for the sports environment, that's big. Also, in a run-up to, just to show you how this pays off, in the run-up to the World Cup, MEXC, another crypto exchange, is saying, listen, we're seeing big moves in fan tokens. So that's kind of interesting to me to see how that plays out. Now, Saudi Arabia, their central bank is just hired somebody, from the crypto space to help them with adoption of crypto in the traditional finance space. Yeah, I would think that's kind of a big deal. So looking at how the world is moving toward renewable energy, Saudi Arabia is saying, the fact is that, we still have a lot of oil left, but it is a diminishing asset. And with the world moving toward renewable energy, and especially since it's going to be exacerbated because of everything that's going on with Russia, you have to think that this is a smart move by Saudi Arabia to start to dominate a new space. Remember, they're sitting on like ridiculous amounts of cash. I'm just saying they got it. Not to be outdone, South Korea is going to separate create a market for security tokens. I want you to stop and think about that. Security tokens are those digital forms of traditional security assets. And you sit there and you kind of go, so what's the big deal? Okay, well, back in June, I told you about how JP Morgan's Onyx Digital Assets is looking to tokenize trillions of dollars in securities. Now, looking at those digital assets and how you can use them. Remember, I told you about that. Go look at my videos from back then. You'll be able to use that in a really big way in the DeFi space and in other ways. So when you think about South Korea saying, hey, we're going to create a whole separate market dedicated to this, I think South Korea is way ahead of the rest of the world in recognizing what is going to be the future. Just saying. They're saying we're going to get into not just that space, we're going to create regulation around it because, it's coming from the central bank. So that's what they're saying. That's what they're doing. Pay attention to moves like this because they're going to have longer term effects. Notice how sometimes when I tell you about things, I'm pulling from things that I've reported from or reported about from the past. So me and my kids use that as we look forward, right? These are very big moves in very big ways. Also, Switzerland's SEBA Bank, just ahead of the merge, what are they doing? Introducing Ethereum staking in traditional finance. Now, SEBA Bank, I've reported this as well. SEBA Bank, Swiss bank, popular, big, is crypto friendly already. And now they're demonstrating another big move. So clearly, for them to, they're not saying they're going to establish this. They're saying they already have. That doesn't say that demand was big. That says demand was huge. You're talking about a Swiss bank. Demand was huge for them to do this. And it had to correlate to demand is huge and we believe in this future. I'm telling you about all these government moves because it's a very big deal. All of these moves point to something. Something else that I'm paying attention to, and I'm going to share a little story with you. Michael Burry. You don't know him, right? Or maybe you do. Some of us do. His character was played by Christian Bale in The Big Short. He was the genius that called it. Now, he's saying it's going to get far worse before it gets better. Meaning the recession that's coming is going to be bad, and it could be at 2008 levels. Now, how am I taking it? Not with a grain of salt. I'm taking it dead seriously. Here's why. There are a lot of signs. Like, I had to go back and look at my own research to remind myself, hey, stupid, there are a lot of signs that are pointing to the markets have not made adjustments yet. They're still not paying attention to everybody talking about, recession. And this is backed up by a report that came out by BlackRock saying, yo, check this out. The equities market has not built in the fact that the recession is coming. So that's going to be a painful hit. It will be a painful hit. Pay attention to this. So now I'm taking facts like that, things that I've even already spoken about, and saying, well, here are the good things I've spoken about. Here are the bad things I've spoken about. And the bad things are outweighing the good things. So what am I doing? I think that there is going to be a nice pop for Ethereum when the merge is done. I believe, even to the buildup of the merge, I think there's going to be a huge pop for Cardano. Why? Because their Vassal hard fork is what the Ethereum Merge is not going to be for Ethereum. The Ethereum Merge is setting the playing field for what Cardano is doing now. It's setting the playing field. If you're looking at the Ethereum chain and EVM compatibility, it's setting the playing field for what Polygon has already done. Meaning stability, speed, lowering price of gas fees, all that stuff is not going to happen until the Shanghai release, which is not expected for minimum 6 to 12 months. So yes, the merge is going to be great because the biggest thing that we're getting out of the merge is efficiency in energy. And it also drops what's out there by 90%. So when you look at what's going on with it, yeah, Ethereum is going to be deflationary after this. There are a whole bunch of really cool things, but Cardano's Vassal hard fork is bringing speed and stability right now. And remember, they are a layer one. So what I'm expecting after that is for them to go up to they're at like 47 cents or something like that. We'll look at the numbers a little bit, but I'm expecting them to hit $1 easily. I think it's going to be that much of a pop. And what I plan on doing is buying in right now while it's still low. And when that pop happens, pulling out some money and putting it into BUSD, right? That particular stable coin. Why? Because I believe that stable coin is going to be fine because they've just got money. Money. So I'm expecting that stable coin to be totally cool. So great. I think that's the one. Yeah, BUSD. Anyway, put my money in stablecoin after I realized gains from both of these pops. Put my money there because I don't want to move out of digital assets and I want to be ready to move when everything starts to drop. Because when everything drops on the pullback, right, there's a pop and pull effect that's going to happen, that I think is going to happen. And when it pops, I'm going to take my money. And when it pulls, I'm going to wait for the dust to settle. I might DCA a little bit, but I'm seriously going to wait for the dust to settle. Because if it does come to fruition that the market hits something like the 2008 recession crash, then we're looking at things that are huge buying opportunities. But you can't catch a falling dagger, right? Because it'll just go through your hand. So I'm going to wait for the dust to settle, or at least enough for me to see that the dust is starting to settle, and then DCA from that point. Because then I should start to see when everything starts to come out of it, I'm expecting that everything is going to just explode upward. So do I expect Bitcoin to crash through my 17.6 number? Unfortunately, yes. Now I'm a believer. Do I expect Ethereum to come down? Yes. But here's the difference. And I said this yesterday. Ethereum established a new low, a higher new low. So every time we see Ethereum take a hit, it's not equal to the hit that, Bitcoin is having. So when Bitcoin was in the 19s, you were expecting Ethereum to be in the thousands, right? In the low thousands, or even below 1,000, like it did before. That's not happening now. Why? Because Ethereum established a new floor, a higher floor. So do I think things can drop from there? Yes. But I also think things are going to come out really high after that. Right? And I think its decline won't be as deep as Bitcoin's, as well as I don't think it'll be as deep as other coins. So I'm looking at favorable news. I'm saying, yeah, favorable news is nice. Sorry about that. That's Stitch having an attitude, but that's all right. This is my favorite. But you're looking at that and I'm just saying, wow, this is real. The pop and pull, I think, is really going to happen. And I'm positioning myself to take advantage of that. And so are my kids. So let's take a look at the numbers, because I think that's going to be telling. Let me just refresh this for you. Hello, refresh. There you go. So let's take a look at the losers. Let's just make sure everything is visible right here. There you go. So here you are, right there. There are only 3 things that are above 5% in moves. Who's down here? XDC network. 2 cents. Okay, not something I'm really paying attention to. Just something I happen to notice as I walk through things. Is anybody else paying it? Chili's going down 18 cents, 2%, basically flat. So I'm not going to pay attention to anything over there. Who's up? Anybody that I'm paying attention to? Helium, HNT is up. Still not touching it. Because I just see, not that I don't like the project, I just see that there are better opportunities. Plus, they want to move over to Solana, and I don't know. So I just think that there are other things that are more opportunistic for me. I think they're far more opportunity elsewhere. This is 6% for Chainlink. Nice moves. Look at this. Everything, 6%. So you've got winners all the way up on this side. Some I'm paying attention to and some I'm not. Near Protocol I'm paying attention to. That was a nice 9% move. Right? I don't own it, but that was a nice 9% move. Just saying. Who else is here that I would pay attention to? Nobody. Okay, let's move on. Now, normally I start here, fear and greed index. Yeah, it's at 20. We're deep in extreme fear. Yeah. I'm expecting that yes, I still believe there's a lot of pent-up energy. There really, really, really is. And there's only but so long that you can hold that pent-up energy back. But that's what's happening right now. And if there's more negative news, it'll just get pulled back and held back for a while. But eventually, it's going to blow. But I believe in Michael Burry. I believe that it might not blow, or it will not blow until after we've established even further down lows. Just saying, that's a big possibility. Looking at Bitcoin, yep, it's starting to play with the lower banner, with the lower edge of my inner band, but it's still operating in the lowest range of my outer band. So right now it's sitting at like 19.1. That's nowhere near 20,000, right? Exactly. Looking at the big picture, Ethereum is going up. Look at how far Ethereum is going up. Right now, 5.2% versus 1.65%. Just saying, there's a big deal there. Looking at Matic, yep, like it doesn't like being near 80. So I see that ADA is down. It was at 46. I mean, it was at 47. Now it's down at 46. It's still green. It's still up. It's still up. I'm expecting it to start to drive up before the merge and probably pop thereafter, because I think there are projects that are waiting for the merge to happen, and then they're going to start dropping their news about being on Cardano, what they're doing on the Cardano platform, the whole nine. That's what I'm expecting. Will it be immediately after? No, but I am expecting more news to drop after the Vassal hard fork, which is September 22nd. Keep that in mind. Also remember that within the next week, you're going to have the Ethereum merge. Remember, Vitalik Buterin says that it can happen between the 13th and the 15th. And remember, it was supposed to be the 19th. So you're starting to see that these things can happen sooner rather than later. So when it happens, I'm expecting a pop. I'm expecting, it could hit 2,000. It really could. And then I will expect to see a pullback. I do expect there to be a pullback. Why? Because I think people are going to take money off the table and, wait. That's what I'll be doing. I will be waiting a little bit. Just taking a look across the board, from a numbers perspective, looking at the 7 day as I keep looking. I know Solana's good. I just look at Cardano and I just say, yep, that's the one I'm running with. And, in this case, because they just make moves. Notice how somebody was talking about a bug that they found, and it was a big deal and all that good stuff. It went away. It was addressed. So I'm paying attention to what they're doing. So imagine a better, stronger, faster Cardano. Just saying. Even Algorand's got something going on. They process 1,000 transactions now, and they're going to be able to process 6,000 transactions per second later after that. Ooh. Some of these altcoins are really starting to come into their own, especially the L1s. This is what we're talking about. You have 3 L1s that are about to make moves. Ethereum, Cardano, and Algorand. So I'm paying big attention to what those things are doing. Not to mention what Polygon's already achieved. The speed that everybody wants Ethereum to have, Polygon already has. They've already implemented this. That's why Polygon keeps growing. NFL, if you're listening, please, I think Polygon is the place to be. I really do. Just saying. So this is what I'm looking at over the next time period. These are the things I'm paying attention to. Yes, I'm paying attention to Shiba Inu as well, because I think there's going to be news within the next 2 quarters that's going to be very positive for Shiba Inu. But again, looking for a dive before we can go up and realize brand new highs. And yes, I mean brand new highs, all-time highs. That's what I'm expecting. So I'm going to try to make as much money as I can before that crash. Put it in. I mean, I'm not going to make all the money I possibly can. I can't call the markets, right? I just can't. But what I can do is pay attention to, man, I should have lotioned. Sorry about that. Let me get some. But I am going to pay attention to what's going on, right? My brother's going to kill me because I'm, again, lotioning on camera. He's going to kill me. It's because I wash dishes after breakfast. Anyway, it's because I am human, but I am looking at what's going on. I'm just saying, you know what? I'm going to take as much profit as I can, put it into BUSD so I stay with digital assets. So when I see something on the move, I can get back in as quickly as I want, or I can completely come out as quickly as I want. This is what I'm paying attention to. These are the things that I'm seeing right now. All right. So if you like what me and my kids are doing, do me a favor. hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and absolutely hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going to drop a new video. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.